Hey there, you were watching the Data Dispatch. Thank you for tuning. Wait, what? What's that sound? Oh! I got my first drone. Today we're going to talk about the Yuneec Breeze, get to know some of the features, and try to answer the question, is this the perfect backpacking drone? Okay, today we're going to talk about the Yuneec Breeze. When you open the box, you're greeted by this really nice and compact carrying case. It's really great. You can kind of shake it around. It doesn't move at all. This is great for running around town. When you open the case, you found this tiny little drone. It comes with the drone, a main battery, a spare battery, propeller guards, and spare props. The drone just opens up, the legs compact or uncompact, battery goes in, and you're done. You are ready to fly. You know what you think you're missing here? A remote, but you're not. So you fly this drone with your smartphone or tablet, connects to it via Wi-Fi, and you are good to go. Now, this drone is loaded up with smart features. Of course, you can fly it yourself. It has a pilot mode, but really, the main selling point of the Yuneec Breeze is that it has 4 smart flying modes. It has a selfie mode, and this is where it takes off and it just tries to look at you. It has an orbit mode where you take it off, you center it on yourself, and it does sort of that classic drone shot where it flies around you. It has journey mode where you're there, the drone's on you, and it flies away and flies back. And the last one is follow me. Now, what I'm gonna try to do right now is demonstrate most of those, if not all of those modes here at the park, and then we'll go back home and talk about why I think it's such a great backpacking drone. Okay, now we're out in the middle of this big open park, and the first thing I'm gonna try to demonstrate to you is selfie mode. So let's take a look. So there's the drone. We are in selfie mode. It takes off to a certain height and just stays there. It tries to focus on you. You can move it around if you want. You can move it forwards, backwards. But really the point of it is to just stay steady in selfie mode, and that's it, right? You can take it higher, you can take it lower, but all it's trying to do is put all of its energy in staying steady and sticking right on you. You see the wind just gusted it, it tried to correct itself. That is selfie mode. The next mode is orbit mode. There's the drone. Let's send it off. And you can see, all it's doing is trying to make a circle directly around us. That's it. You're gonna wanna make sure you have plenty of room, but its goal is to just look straight at you. I'll just keep going until you tell it to pause. That is orbit mode with a Yuneec Breeze. The next mode is journey mode. The drone is going to attempt to go out and back and get that classic drone pull away shot. And there it goes. I want to be noted, I'm not doing anything. It's just going away by itself, 65 feet. And then if all goes correctly, it should come right back to us, right where it started. And that is journey mode with the Yuneec Breeze. The last mode with the Yuneec is follow me. I'm going to see if I can't have it automatically follow the movements of my daughter. Okay, Mika, walk toward the road. And the drone is just simply rotating. Okay, Mika, walk back towards the picnic table. Hopefully you can see that the drone is automatically rotating. I am not doing anything. Let's walk some more. Just keep walking around. The drone is just rotating and following her as she keeps walking. It's just turning and turning and turning. That is the follow me mode with Yuneec. So that's it. Hopefully you got a sense for how those modes work. I'm gonna try to put some stuff and you can tell which modes are which of us just playing around in the park. You can get a sense for how crisp the picture quality is, how stabilized it is, and what sort of quality the modes get you. And then here in a little bit, we'll talk about why I think it's a fantastic backpacking drone. seen what the Breeze can do, let's talk about why I think it makes such a great backpacking drone. I've wanted a drone for a while. Why did I finally pull the trigger on this one? Well, number one, it is light. The drone body by itself weighs 10 ounces. Each battery weighs 3.5 ounces, and you get about 10 minutes of flight time. So with the 2 batteries it comes with and the drone, I'm in for 17 ounces, just over a pound for 20 minutes of flight time. I don't need a controller. I already take my phone anyway. That's fantastic. Number 2, it's very compact. With the propellers folded in, the legs folded down, it is 7.5 inches by this way, 7.5 inches down, and roughly 2 inches tall. That makes it easily fit in a lock sack. I think that this is how I'm thinking I'm gonna carry it. With both batteries, seal it up, down, and put it down in your backpack. I think it's good to go. It's gonna be perfectly protected that way from water. It's gonna fit into my backpack easily. It's gonna weigh under a pound, or I'm sorry, just over a pound. And I'm gonna get 20 minutes of flight time, which for short trips like I usually do, I think that's gonna be fine. And frankly, if I want to upgrade and take another battery, I'm looking at 3.5 ounces, or really, if I want to double up this, I can get to 1.5 pounds and get a full 40 minutes of flight time on the mountain or on the trail. That's gonna be fantastic. And lastly, for a drone of this quality, it's quite affordable. When it first came out, I think it was $450, but I just bought it on Amazon last week for $290. For a drone that has that many smart flying modes and the amount of accessories in the case that you get, I think that that's a bargain. It's probably the best drone for the money you can buy right now, in my opinion. Can the DJI Mavic do more? That's the one I've had my eye on since it came out. Can it do more? Yes, but it costs $1,000. And for what I'm going to do, which is mostly just try to take some sort of dramatic shots of campsites or mountain peaks, that sort of thing, it's just frankly not worth the money. If I drop this on the trail, or if it gets wet or anything or if I crash it, am I gonna feel great about crashing something that costs $300? No, but I'm gonna feel a whole heck of a lot better than crashing something that costs $1,000. And honestly, for what I'm gonna use it for, this can do 70 to 80% of what the Mavic can do, and it is 1/3 of the price, and it's half the weight, and I don't have to take a controller. To me, this is a no-brainer right now. At the $290 price point, this thing is an absolute steal. It's not all upside though. It's not perfect. What are the downsides of this drone versus some of its more expensive competitors? Well, number one, as you've probably seen in the videos, if you watch the flight at all, the camera is not on a gimbal. What it tries to do is digitally stabilize it. This tiny little thing will shoot in 4K, but if you shoot in 4K, it's not stabilized. What I recommend, based on just the small time I've had it, is shooting in 1080p. What the drone actually does is shoot it in 4K and then basically zoom in and digitally stabilize it. And for the most part, the wind that I've been flying in is pretty dramatic, and it does a pretty good job. It actually does a really nice job of keeping it really stable, or I should say, pretty stable. So no gimbal. You don't have the distance control because it's on your phone. It's working via Wi-Fi. I didn't plan on flying it out of sight or anything like that anyway, so the distance issue is not that big of a deal for me, but that is something to consider if you're want to get, I don't know, a mile away shots or half a mile away or whatever. This cannot do that. I think it's something like 300 feet or 400 feet. It's geo-fenced around just to keep it safe with it, because you have to be within Wi-Fi range of your phone. And another thing, and I don't know if it's the kind of the batteries. I know that these things have issues with, you're supposed to have a LiPo box. I know these batteries have to be managed, but this is marketed as sort of the ultimate travel drone. And the charger that it comes with is this. Number one, it's a plug, so there's no way to USB power it on the trail. And number two, I mean, look at this thing. It's the size of the drone almost. So that's pretty disappointing. There's no way, I didn't even weigh it, because there's no way I'm taking this on the trail. I'd rather just buy extra batteries. And even if this can't be smaller, I don't understand why it couldn't be USB powered. The batteries are only something like 1,000 milliampere battery. It's smaller capacity anyway than 1,150 milliampere hours. I'm pretty sure that that's way less than what my iPhone has, and it can somehow be USB charged. But there may be some technology I don't understand. But the charger's disappointing. But really, to me, the main downside, the lack of the gimbal is more than made up in with how cheap it is, relatively speaking to the competitors, how small it is, and how light it is. Well, that's it. If you were thinking about buying a drone, hopefully you found this somewhat informative. If you have any comments about the Yuneec Breeze or questions, just leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, think about giving me a thumbs up, maybe subscribing. I've got some more cool stuff coming up. But until then, go have some fun outside. I'll see you soon.